I never thought a 30-second TikTok video could ruin my entire life. You probably think that sounds ridiculous, but I'm not exaggerating. Imagine opening your phone to see a random video in your feed, something you didn't like, share, or even search for, and realizing it wasn't just some stupid viral clip, but something live, something watching you back. I swear to you, the second I saw it, I felt like someone had just whispered my name inside my skull. Ever since that night, the video hasn't just followed me. It's hunted me, replaying itself no matter what. I do, no matter where I go. And the worst part? I think it wants me to spread it. To infect someone else thought it started off normal enough. I was doom scrolling at like 3 in the morning, wrapped in a blanket burrito, half asleep but too restless to stop. You know the vibe. Soft glow of your phone in the dark, the algorithm serving you random junk, dances, memes, fake story times. Then this one video just popped up. No username, no caption, no sound until I turned the volume up. It was filmed vertically, but the quality looked like it was shot on an old camcorder. The screen showed an empty hallway, long and narrow, with buzzing fluorescent lights overhead. At first, nothing happened. I almost swiped away, but then the camera started walking forward, or maybe someone holding it did. The deeper it moved, the darker the hallway got. That's when the sound kicked in, a distorted whisper that was too low to make out, but sharp enough to scrape across my nerves. My heart picked up, and I thought, okay, maybe it's just some horror edit. But then the text flashed on the screen. You should not be here. I blinked. I actually laughed nervously, like classic creepypasta bait, right? But the camera kept moving until it reached this doorway. The frame stopped. Inside the doorway, there was nothing but black. Not just dark, like a hole in reality itself. I leaned closer, expecting a jump scare. Instead, the whispering cut out, replaced by silence so heavy I felt it in my chest. And then, right before the video ended, a pale hand stretched out of that black doorway. Not at the camera, at me, straight through the screen. The video ended with a glitch, rewound itself, and started playing again. I swiped up immediately. But here's where it got messed up. The next video on my feed was the same one. Same hallway, same buzzing, same whispering. I scrolled again. Same video. I thought maybe it was a loop or my app glitched, but when I backed out, refreshed, and reopened, it was still there. No matter what I searched, no matter which account I clicked, it was always just that video. And when I tried to screen record, my phone froze like it didn't want me to capture it. That's when I realized something was really, really wrong. I deleted the app. Problem solved, right? Wrong. An hour later, I opened Instagram to distract myself, and guess what the first reel was? The same damn video. At this point, my stomach dropped because I hadn't even connected my accounts. And yet, somehow, it was there. Hallway, doorway, whispering. Only this time, the text on screen was different. It said, "You can't escape." I slammed my phone down and swore I wouldn't look again. But when you're alone in the middle of the night, the silence starts gnawing at you. Curiosity turns toxic. What if there's a trick, a clue, a way to stop it? I told myself I'd watch one more time just to analyze it. And that's when I noticed something that hadn't been there before. A shadow. Not in the hallway, not in the doorway, but reflected faintly on the screen. My screen. Behind me. I spun around so fast I nearly fell off the bed, but my room was empty. Still, my hands were shaking too much to keep holding the phone. I thought maybe I was overtired, hallucinating. But the next morning, I learned it wasn't just in my head. Because when I checked my messages, my best friend Amber had texted me. At 4:12 a.m., around the exact time I'd been watching the video, her message said, "WTF, did you just send me?" Attached was a link, I clicked it and it opened to the same cursed TikTok. Except I hadn't sent her anything. I checked. My DMs nothing. My activity log empty. Somehow it had sent itself to her. Or maybe it used me to spread. Amber wasn't amused. She thought I was pulling some late night prank. She called me pissed, saying the video wouldn't stop replaying on her feed either. I could hear the whispers through her speakerphone, and I begged her to turn it off. She cursed me out, hung up, and blocked me on everything. And now, I don't know if she's safe. I don't know if anyone is. Because the last time I checked her account, it was wiped clean, like she never existed. The first thing you need to understand is that I didn't turn around, not right away. Every instinct in my body screamed at me to stay frozen, to keep. My eyes locked on the screen instead of whatever might be behind me. But curiosity, or maybe stupidity, won. I turned, and for the briefest second, I saw something. A shape in the corner of my room, tall and impossibly thin, its head tilted like it was studying me. I blinked and it was gone, leaving only the shadows. Cast by my dresser, but I know what I saw. I wasn't imagining it. The video wasn't just following me, it had crossed over. I didn't sleep that night. I sat with the lights on, every muscle wired tight, waiting for something to happen. When the sun finally rose, I felt like I'd survived a war I hadn't signed up for. But survival came with a price. My phone wouldn't stop buzzing. Dozens of notifications from unknown numbers, each one containing the same cursed link. I deleted them, blocked the senders, but more came. My hands were sweating so bad, I almost dropped the phone. I thought maybe smashing it would help, so I did. I slammed it against the edge of my desk until the screen cracked, then stomped it into useless shards. For the first time in days, there was silence. A sick relief washed over me, but it didn't last out that night. My laptop turned on by itself. No startup chime, no keystroke. Just the whir of the fan and the glow of the screen. I crept closer, heart pounding, and there it was again, the hallway. Except now it was full screen, sharper than before, like it had upgraded itself. The whispers filled the room, louder than I'd ever heard. I wanted to shut it, smash it, anything, but my body wouldn't move. It was like the video had paralyzed me. I stood there, watching as the camera walked closer to that doorway of blackness. And this time, I swear, I heard my own name whispered in the static. I finally broke free, slamming the laptop shut and throwing it across the room. My breath came in shallow gasps. I thought maybe I was losing my mind, hallucinating from lack of sleep, but when I checked the laptop later, it was off. No signs of power, no signs it had ever turned on, except for the single message waiting on the login screen. In faint gray text under my name, it read, "Welcome home." That's when I realized this thing wasn't just digital. It wanted me. It wanted my life. I thought about Amber, about how her account had been wiped clean. Maybe that was the final stage. First the video stalks you, then it erases you. I wanted to warn someone, anyone, but I was terrified of infecting them. I didn't want this curse to spread, and yet I couldn't stay silent. That's why I'm telling you this. Maybe I'm already doomed. Maybe by listening, you've put yourself in danger too. But if there's any chance you can survive, you need to know the rules. Yes, there are rules. I didn't figure them out right away, but the patterns became clear over time. Rule 1, never watch the video all the way through. If you do, it learns your name. Rule 2, never share the video intentionally. If you send it yourself, it binds you tighter. Rule 3, never turn around when it tells you to. That's how it gets closer. And rule 4, the most important one, never ever look directly into the doorway. I broke that last one just once, and it changed everything. It happened 3 nights ago. I was lying in bed, phone smashed, laptop unplugged, TV off. I thought I was safe, then the static started. Not from a screen, from the walls. I could hear it vibrating through the plaster, filling the air like invisible insects. My chest tightened. The sound grew louder until it felt like my skull would split. Then the darkness in the corner of my room began to ripple, like fabric in a breeze. It widened, deepened, and I realized with horror that the black doorway wasn't on a screen anymore. It was in my room. I told myself not to look. I tried, but curiosity is a weapon. It gnaws at you until you break. My eyes flicked toward it, just for a second, and I saw movement. Shapes shifting inside. Faces pressing against the surface like drowning people against glass. Mouths stretched open in silent screams. And behind them, deeper in the void, something bigger, something watching. I tore my eyes away, sobbing, but it was too late. The whispers changed. They weren't distorted anymore. They were clear. They were my voice. I don't know what it wants, but I know it's patient. It feeds on attention, on fear. Every time I think I'm safe, it finds another way in. And now, as I'm telling you this, I can hear my phone buzzing again, which is impossible. Because my phone doesn't exist anymore, I destroyed it. And yet the buzzing is right beside me, like it's waiting for me to pick it up. I won't. I can't. But I need to tell you the truth before it cuts me off, before I disappear like Amber. If you ever see that cursed TikTok, the hallway, the doorway, the whispers, you have one choice. Turn it off immediately. Don't listen. Don't watch. Don't engage. Because once it finds you, it doesn't stop. It follows. It consumes. It replaces.